Guys, welcome back to another episode of Mike's DVDs and Blu-rays. I got a trio of movie collections to show you today in the Western genre. A genre that I've done a lot of videos on lately. There's so much to, or at least personally I've discovered. I've pulled a lot of stuff off the shelves to re-watch and stuff. And I've really been enjoying Westerns lately. And I got one new one in here, and I'm going to show that off. I picked this up recently. I saw the trailer on the ends of a few other features I've seen that had trailer collections, and one of those were the Comancheros with John Wayne. This is the 50th anniversary edition. This came out in 2011. The movie was made in 1961. 20th Century Fox. It's a big old CinemaScope movie, directed by a man named Michael Curtiz, who was by that time he was a veteran filmmaker since the 20s. Also famously known for Casablanca, famous movie, one of the greatest Hollywood movies ever made. And yeah, it's a good Western movie. It's got Stuart Whitman teaming up with him. It's got a guy named Nehemiah Persoff, Ina Balin, and Lee Marvin playing a character named Crow. Now, I haven't seen this movie before. I saw the trailers. It looked pretty cool. Popped up on my Amazon feed, and it was like $5. Or something like that. It wasn't bad at all. Prime shipping, free shipping. Got it the next day, so it's just like, hey, I'll check it out. It's got quite a bit of extras on here actually. It's got audio commentary by the actors Stuart Whitman, Niam Persoff, Patrick Wayne. It's got like 4 documentaries on here. One of them's called The Duke at Fox. It's a 2-part documentary. It's got vintage Comanchero comic book reproduction in here. Apparently there was a comic book out. So pretty interesting. I mean, I guess, I usually say bang for my buck. I mean, that's got a lot of bang for your buck in this one. So for $5, 1 day shipping, I mean, you can't beat that. So yeah, I'm going to check this out soon. I'm sure I'm going to enjoy it. Even lesser John Wayne movies are at least good enough to sit through. John Wayne can keep your attention. He's John Wayne. So I'm hoping this will be really good. With Michael Curtiz behind the camera, it's got to be at least watchable, decent. So I'm hoping. I got good hopes for this movie. Next up is a movie that I gave a second look to. I recently did a Warner Brothers Western collection box set, and this was one of the movies on it, and I didn't really give it too favorable review of it when I was talking about it. So I rewatched it. The night I watched it, I was kind of falling asleep, and I had a hard day, and I didn't get to catch it all. I figure if I fell asleep, it didn't catch my attention, but it was just me being tired. So I rewatched this thing, and I was shocked of how good it looked. The movie I'm talking about is The Stalker Moon from 1968, directed by Robert Mulligan, who made what do you call it? The movie with Gregory Peck. Gosh, I've got a brain fart again. But anyways, teamed up again with Gregory Peck, and this movie looks so good. This print looks so great. It's so sharp. I mean, it looks beautiful. And and I watched it on a 1080p TV that I have in the bedroom. And this is only a DVD copy, so I can imagine a Blu-ray edition of this, how good it would look. I mean, I was really impressed. Maybe it's just me. Maybe it's just my television. I don't know, but it looked great. So it really sharp. It's well directed. It's got some great photography in it. It really kept my attention by just the watch, just the movie, itself. And Gregory Peck is in it. He's it's kind of like a scout, an army scout of sorts. He's kind of like a captain or something, and he's getting ready to retire. He has a kind of an adopted son who he's trained as a good tracker. Plus, he was somewhat of an Indian tracker, so he's like an Indian who's lost his parents, and he basically raised him. So he's pretty American. He's got plays poker and everything, and they got really cool kind of relationship between each other. It's really funny. It's got Eva Marie Saint. She plays a woman who was captured by the Indians when she was 10. Murdered her parents and everybody, and basically made her a squaw, I guess you'd say that, like a, wife of an Indian chief or warrior. And they go in and the army came in and battled and killed everybody, and women and children they're going to take to a reservation. They're going to escort them out. And Gregory Peck's going to retire and go a different way and leave. But the girl comes forward, and she's having trouble, speaking English because she's almost forgotten it. And she nags and nags and nags, and finally gets Gregory Peck to escort her to the train station because she knows her husband's going to come get him, and he wants his son. He's going to kill whoever's in sight to get him. And nobody believes her. Everybody's like, yeah, we'll help you, But he just leaves basically a trail of dead bodies all around him, and they narrowly escape him, just barely, from town to town. And Gregory Peck, his character has been, he had bought some land, and a small home was built on it that he's never seen but once. And he's had this old man friend guy take care of it all these years. And all he wants to do is go back to his home, settle down, retire, grow some vegetables. But he gets mixed up with this woman and her son, and they end up living with him and stuff. And then, it's kind of silly, but somehow or another, the Indian finds him, of course. And everything. So, and of course they fall in love, which is pretty cool. I mean, it's kind of, some scenes were kind of stiff, and kind of meh, but it's good. I mean, the guy playing his son was really cool. Kind of kept going. I mean, the little boy never really says anything. The little Indian boy never says anything. So, but yeah, I was really impressed with this. It's got a lot of cast in it. It doesn't really say on here, but a lot of character actors are kind of spread out in it, and it's a really cool movie. It's very beautiful. It is suspenseful, and it's definitely worth a viewing. So if you can catch this movie, give it a try. And if you buy this, it's very sharp but nice, really nice looking. I was really impressed with that second viewing. So it does pay to kind of rewatch stuff sometimes. And finally, guys, I got a set. Here is 6 classics from Randolph Scott. This is the Randolph Scott Roundup. This is Volume 1. Mill Creek Entertainment released this. I have Volume 1, which has some various movies from Columbia on there. This is basically a smaller version of a couple of box sets that I have, one by Indicator and one by Sony, that has basically most of the movies he did with Bud Buttiger on here. The Tall T, Decision at Sundown, those. And I really like that they kept them all together on here. So this is kind of a little short version, because the Indicator sets I have is real nice, but it's all, it's all placed in a box with a sleeve, and you got to pull them out and everything. So if I want to watch them, I'll just grab this, sometimes quicker. The Sony set is also DVD. But I really love my Blu-ray Indicator set. I mean, really love Randolph Scott. He's probably my favorite Western guy of all time. Maybe over John Wayne. but I really like him. Really love some of the movies he's in. I had a ball last summer watching all his movies, or a movie-thon, Western-a-thon I did. But yeah, I recommend this. You can get this for under $10. I believe I got this for $6. And it's also got The Lawless Street on here, which is a movie made with Angela Lansbury. You might remember from Murder, She Wrote. But what's on here? We got The Tall T, Decision at Sundown, Buchanan Rides Alone, and one of my favorites, Ride Lonesome, is on here, and Comanche Station is one of my favorites. It's hard to which one is my favorite because they seem like they all kind of go together, like they're just one big sprawling movie western, you know. But absolutely love those movies. One of the best teamings, director-actor teamings in history, I think. Bud Boddicker and Randolph Scott. Great team up of them. Made some beautiful movies. Really love this set. Highly recommend this. And you might discover Randolph Scott through there. That's kind of like how I did it, and started getting all of his other movies and stuff. So I had a lot of fun with that. So highly recommend those guys. Until next time, I want you guys to be safe out there. Watch a good movie. Subscribe. Subscribe to my channel, my channel, and comment. Give me some comments. What do you think about those videos? And give me a thumbs up if you liked it. And I do thank you guys. Thanks for watching. Thanks for subscribing. And I'll see you guys later.